Good morning. Welcome to Walking Slowly Downhill, a series of readings that describe a walk I undertook in 2015 from the source of the Murray to its mouth. This is day 38 in Mildura, a rest day. I spend all day writing, or most of it. It rains from the afternoon onwards. Such a joyful beat sounds on all the tin roofs around me. I speak to my sister on the telephone about my mother's last days, about our emerging guilt at perhaps not having done enough to alleviate her distress. But soon enough we see and understand that how we managed her slow descent was, in the circumstances, the only possible way. Fragments of dreams come back to me as we speak. Later I walk into town with an umbrella, unimaginable in Mildura. I buy some food and walk back, happy to return home so soon. I never get to open the umbrella. The streets are deserted, as empty as the leaden sky. Suddenly, just in front of me, a crowd of shoeless schoolgirls exits the door of an Indian restaurant. They wear beige uniforms and they're making a lot of noise. One of them says hi as I pass by and wishes me a lovely evening. I wish her a good evening too. She then turns and mutters to a friend when she imagines I'm not out of earshot that she likes a man in blue. She must be 15 years old. I turn the corner and they're gone. Is this going to be my life? I ask myself. Walking to town, walking back, waiting for rain, alone, and then just in time, it comes again. Lovely, deeply comforting, nurturing, eventually gushing through gutters, downpipes, over earth and then deep into its red dryness, washing everything away. I can do this. I can. Day 39 in Mildura still. It's Wednesday. I wake early and through my bedroom window I can see the sky afire. All I can think about is that tonight is twilight social tennis night at the Mildura Tennis Club. I'm like an excited kid all day waiting for 6 p.m. to come. I walk through the mall, practicing my forehand and then my backhand, pushing my imaginary opponent deep into the back of the court and then stealthily coming up to the net to volley his lame, defensive shot away. Stealthily. That's the way to do it. Moving in without fuss or too much sound, just being there to meet the ball at the net on its predictable trajectory. I've always been like this. I remember nearly causing serious accidents all through the mid-1970s by driving along Burwood Highway like a maniac to soccer practice at Nunawading United's home ground, abruptly changing lanes in order to get there marginally faster because every single second away from the ball and the grass felt like pure pain. I was always getting to training sessions first and then leaving last. Squeezing extra penalty taking practice out of the goalie or even the reserve goalie. convincing them that they needed the extra practice. From anyone really, convincing whomever that they really needed that extra training. At 68, I've not changed a bit, at least not in that sense. Today I arrive at the courts at 20 to 6, and it doesn't take me long to impatiently release my racket from its cover and the balls from their container. Then I walk onto the paradisiacal courts with the grass so soft under my feet. All the while I'm listening to the sounds of the far-off sprinklers releasing their lovely sounding river water haze and the ecstatic thwack of the balls being guided down the line. I feel so deeply blessed that I can still run and jump. Blessed that I can still hold the ball so lovingly in my hand before I serve it. And at some point of the evening, I imagine myself inside a packed stadium. I'm holding match point on my serve. The ball bites and spits and jumps as it lands deep inside the backhand service court. I run in to volley that lame defensive shot away. This was written 5 years ago, and things are not quite the same at the moment. I've had an issue with my leg and I can't run as freely or even run really as I have been used to doing for all of my life. So this account of this day in 2015 brings it all into some kind of context. We're all given a kind of time, or a kind of period in which we can enjoy what we have, and we can choose to be aware of that or not. What I'm glad of now is not so much that I can run freely any longer, because I can't, but I'm glad that I was aware of what a gift it was when I could. I'm not sure what that does, but I'm glad I was highly grateful, deeply grateful for having had that time with a body that was able to move as I wanted it to. Because that's no longer possible, then it makes that time extra precious. Tiny considerations, I know, but they're kind of fragments of the bigger picture, aren't they? Tiny considerations, but they allow for insights into the wider context. I look forward to reading you the next couple of days' accounts when we meet again. Have a lovely Sunday.